Okay. Come on. Come on, Lulu. Gosh. All right. Some people, I noticed this with some people. Some people are not for you, but not only that, some people are not against you. They're just not with you on your success. See, most people want comfort and relief, and seeking relief from the decisions that they made in their lives, from things that they have to uh, deal with themselves. And when they don't deal with it, it sends them into, I want to say, a chaotic scramble or a distorted view of what is really going on. Like, case point example, a person who um, uh, has issues with authoritative or authority figures um, tends to uh, lash out at their children when they see that they don't listen to people who are over them. And then if you look at it, you're like, well, the only reason that they're doing that is because their parents, you taught them that. You taught them through your actions. They're just mimicking what you do. That's how you learn. You learn from the people that are around you. Um, so, yeah. Case point example. I want to say I have a family member. I won't even tell you which one it is, okay? Because I want to keep the privacy level. I just want you guys to hear the story. I have one family member who, you know, people think like that's the go-to person. A lot of people do go to this person for things, and so that's the role that they feel, and they take pride in that. Even though it's overwhelming and it sometimes sends them um, into distress by overtaking other people's problems on as themselves. Um, but anyhow, the point I'm trying to make is that I was sitting there talking to her, and I was talking about positive things, and the more positive things I started talking to her about, it was like, okay, so what do you need me to help you on? And I'm like, I don't need you to help me on anything. I'm just checking in and giving you some positive notes on, because you want to know what's happening with everyone. I'm giving you the updates, and I'm giving you the positive things. So the more I noticed that she was talking, they were talking about, positivity, and, I kept talking about it. She would just be quiet, not say anything. The moment I said something negative or she was just drawn into it. And I was like, what is going on? What is really going on? So that made me think. And then not only that, when I started talking about something positive, she would shut up and then bring up something negative about someone else and just talk about it. And I thought about it like, why is she dwelling on this? And then it came to my recollection that she had issues with the same thing that she was talking about somebody else with. And it's like the same time you could have been doing that, dealing with your own stuff. The same time that she was dealing with talking about somebody else, you could have took that time and worked on yourself. And why don't we do it? Because we all do it. If we look at ourselves, I'm no different. Um, Sometimes we get fearful. We get, you know, we look to the world for our validation. So this is what we've been trained to do, to point out other people's faults and not look at our own and see what part of the problem that we played in this, you know. So I say that to say this. Sometimes you have to understand when a chapter in somebody's life has ended, and not only that, what kind of energy someone's bringing to you, because they can be a family member. Point case example, they could be a family member and not wish the best for you. Not meaning that they are against you. They just don't want you to be better than them. They can't fathom, I'll say this. When I ended up going into not only pageantry, but doing a lot of stuff and traveling and doing things for like the Senate and stuff like that, I had quite a bit of family members who just rejected that whole idea and said I couldn't do it. Not only that, they rejected the idea when I was a flight attendant. Like, it's just not going to happen. She's not going to do it. Even though they knew that I already had the job, it was just impossible, for me. Not to say that they never seen a black flight attendant. That would be a lie. None of that. It was just impossible for me because that's what they didn't have in their mindset for me. They didn't have that outlook for me, and that's okay. But I ended up being it, and it's still some